Yes, and we're back. Back with another banger. What you saying, Faze? Welcome back to another episode from us, the Tilton Two. Another week, another episode.
If you don't already know about us, we are the Tilton Two, a pair of brothers that sit in the Tilton, as the name suggests. We host a weekly podcast, episodes released every Monday, Spotify and Apple. Give it a listen.
45 at a minute.
45.
So if you tuned it in just now, you missed a few, so...
You have. There's a lot to catch up on.
Exactly.
And then obviously, give our socials a follow if you enjoy our content. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the Tilton Two and all those platforms. And of course, subscribe, comment, like, share this video. Subscribe to our YouTube, it means a lot.
Anything else?
I think I've rattled it all off.
And if there's any reason that you need to check us out on social medias, right, it's just this tash right here. Look at that.
There are a lot of things I want to say about this tash, but none of them are PG rated.
I agree, mate. You've got the Ron Jeremy tash going on right there. So
insert a Ron Jeremy clip.
Check it out. Check it out. And again, just to check out, I mean, I'm already running out of things to wear, mate.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing the same.
The elephant in the room is I'm wearing a top now that the colour has run. Right?
I think everyone can see that, mate.
Yes, it was white at one point, but
it's now purple.
It's now purple, but as always, we come with that top level content.
So, good sir, tell us what the video's about.
Well, I'll tell you. It's about injuries, and more injuries.
There's a lot of them.
What happened to Phil? Necrotizing fasciitis? Caused by an invasive streptococcus?
Right, so where should we start? I'm thinking we start at the back of the field in the defence.
That doesn't sound rehearsed at all, mate. Well done, you.
Thanks.
I agree.
Thanks.
I agree. Let's start at the back of the field. So let's look at Robbo. Mark Roberts, big old Mark Roberts, the Barnsley Beckham. What a miss. So, Robbo, do you want me to take it away?
Go for it.
Robbo pulled up just before the Bournemouth game. Big loss in that game. Pulled up with, I think it was a hamstring injury.
Oh.
Tight hammy. The last we've heard is Bojo come out and say after that game or around that game he's a couple of weeks off. Good news is, well, fairly good news is we are expecting him back for the Bristol game, 5th of March.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Mate.
A big hole in that defence. A gaping hole, which we've all seen.
On the podcast.
Who has to step in? A certain Maxime Collin right now.
Mate, and just think about it, even just throw-ins, how much we miss Robbo.
Yeah.
It gives us teams line up, they're ready for the long throw-in, even just going short, it causes havoc. So for me, he's been our #1 defender all season.
Massively. So, since last season, really, he's stepped up to a new level. So
yeah, massively. So
yeah.
Huge loss.
Huge loss.
Mark Roberts, 5th of March for the Bristol game. Let's go.
Come on back. Up next, George Friend, another vet of the game.
Who doesn't love George Friend? The nicest guy.
I know, exactly. A real gent. A real gent.
He didn't deserve this injury.
One of our own.
Adopted one of our own.
Adopted one of our own.
But yeah, so George Friend pulled up, or we heard about his injury first. When was it? Like start of Feb, I think it was. Calf injury, this one. And Bojo came out and said, I think it was 4 weeks. That's a common theme of all these injuries. 4 weeks.
That is the timeline given.
Yeah. But 4 weeks, again, his target date for coming back is the same as Robbo. So we're expecting him back for the Bristol game, 5th of March.
Bristol game, it's a big game for us.
It is, because you're thinking about it, our back line takes... Well, look at it, so weak. That Bristol game, we're looking strong again. Fingers crossed.
Exactly.
Nothing else happens, right? Which we know Blues are prone to. Whatever bad is going to happen, it will happen.
Yeah, I mean, stay tuned for some later reviews in this video and you might get what we mean.
Well, before this goes out, we might have to put a cut here.
I know,
say, you know,
in text.
Correction. Out until the end of the season.
Yeah, exactly.
But George Friend, back with Robbo, Bristol City. Finally, of the defenders. But don't get too ahead of yourself. We've still got more in.
Oh, we've got a lot more to come.
Yeah, a lot more. But Menge, so I think we've done this pretty well, where we're kind of caveating it with some what we hope is good news, right? Yeah. So Menge, go on.
We saw him come off against Bournemouth. We saw him pull up towards the end of the game. A very depressing sight, knowing that we've already been depleted at that point.
Definitely, that was the first game when we saw the amazing partnership that Pedersen
Colin
and
Pedersen, exactly.
That's sarcastic, by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah. But pulled up with hamstring. I think it's bruising.
Yeah.
Bruised hamstring.
We had Bojo say that the next game.
Well, yeah, Bojo really has been fairly tight-lipped around it and just said day by day. But what we are hearing, our little sources are, we are expecting him back. So the Reading game, we were expecting him back, but we've just had a little sneaky look at the team lineup, and he's not there.
He's not there. He's not on the bench. There's not a whiff of him.
No, but that could mean that he's back for Huddersfield.
Yeah.
And that is what is expected. So let's see. Keep us true and see if we're right with that.
Yeah,
and if we are, we're the Messiahs.
Nothing so far has come out to keep him prolonged. So hopefully, like we said, Huddersfield game is
Huddersfield, Menge back, and then like we said, 5th of March, Robbo and
Mr. Friend.
Yes, our friend. Next, we're on to the midfielders. And let's start with probably the weirdest one of the lot.
So many stories unfolded with this one.
Yeah. And rumours as well.
I know,
but
big time.
Taylor Richards, the man on loan from Brighton and Hove Albion. Yes, I said the full name.
Nice.
So this man is currently injured with an ankle injury. But what is the weirdest thing is that apparently this happened in the Blues medical.
It did.
So we signed the lad on loan, injured in the medical, and you've got a little exclusive, haven't you, that you saw?
Yeah, apparently it looks like we won't be seeing him this season. Apparently, well, there isn't a timeline set at the moment. It's looking like about 6 weeks, but I don't know how true that really is. It looks quite doubtful. The most surprising thing to me is, obviously, the fact that he did get injured in the medical. I might be stupid here, but I didn't know he could pass a medical.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good
with
point.
a big injury like this.
You raise a good point, sir.
That's what I thought. But also, I mean, we heard, 2-3 weeks after he signed for us, we knew he was injured straight away.
Yeah.
That he got COVID, which was another thing that kept him out for 2 or 3 weeks.
Patient zero in the Blues camp.
Exactly. And now, as you all know, we've heard this terrible news.
Not the best entrance for us.
Not at all.
Injured in the medical and bringing COVID to the table.
Yeah. A real hot signing.
Shame, because I was excited to see him play.
Yeah.
I heard a lot about him. Had a great season last season with, I think it was MK Dons. I think he was on loan from. So.
Yeah, I don't want to jump the gun and say we won't see him at all, but it does look very doubtful
that's what you've
from
heard,
the sources.
So we'll see. On a more positive note, and this is a bloody positive note.
Big time.
And could completely mitigate Taylor Richards, to be fair. Tahith Chong, the next coming, the Messiah, the man himself. He's back.
He is back.
He is bloody back.
Yeah. We saw him, when did he get injured? Probably around, around November time?
Maybe
even before?
Mate, it was November, thigh injury. I think it was a freak training injury. Something that we've said with Bojo keeps coming up, these training ground injuries, but he's been out for ages and we know how good he is, the impact he's had. He's literally been Mr. Birmingham City this season, hasn't he? And you think about it, the games he's played, he hasn't actually played too many, right?
He hasn't played that many. It's like 2 months in the first team, really?
Yeah. But good news, it's quite a fair bit. So he come back to training, I think started last week. And just last night, he featured and got 45 minutes in the tank against Southampton's under 23s. So, man, he's looking like he could be back.
Yeah.
You know, again, what we're hearing is, don't be surprised to see him named on the bench against Huddersfield on Saturday.
Yeah, hopefully.
So if that happens, again, just imagine the lift that's going to give us as fans, them as players, the whole club.
Even seeing him come on for 20, 25 minutes, getting any minutes out there will be a huge lift for the fans, for the club.
Huge.
And what we need at home. So let's see. I mean, we saw the interview yesterday he gave after the game. It looked quite promising. Said it felt good out there.
I think he had some goal involvement as well.
So let's get back to
2-0 down. The lads did.
I know,
So
big. And Mr. Juninho Bacuña and Tahith Chong in the middle.
Mate, could be dangerous. Beautiful football. Joga bonita.
Redknapp.
So finally, that just leaves the attackers now.
I know, you bored yet? How many names have been through?
I know, there's quite a few.
Do you see the issue? Do you see the issue we've got with injuries?
Exactly. But to start off,
Captain Fantastic,
the big signing of the summer, Troy Deeney. Again, one of our own, a tip of the hat, sir.
Good Chelsea boy. And where do we start with Troy Deeney? and his injury woes. So first of all, he came off injured against Plymouth in the FA Cup, that bloody loss.
Terrible
Plymouth
game.
in the FA Cup.
Terrible game, we all know about that.
Yeah. So he came off there. I think it was a thigh injury. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It was a thigh injury.
Thank you, sir.
I won't correct you.
Fact checking.
I won't correct you today.
But yeah, injured for 4 weeks. Come back to training. Done a calf strain. Sorry, calf strain. Another 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Another 4 weeks.
Yeah, and we're probably that's probably only like a week old, that news, maybe a bit longer. Yeah. So yeah, we've still got a few weeks without him. Captain fantastic, as we mentioned.
The man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big problem in that training camp for whatever reason.
It is injuries, but
we are plagued. But
target day, what we're hearing is 15th of March, Middlesbrough. And again, I mean, we get him back. We're already seeing the strikers doing their thing. Lyle Taylor, the striker doing his thing. Yeah. How does Troy Deeney?
I know. How does he mix in with it?
And what a perfect segue to get into the final injury.
It is a perfect segue.
We finally got here, the final injury. Scotty Hogan.
Scotty Hogan. This one's a surprise. This one kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, it was around the same time as Troy Deeney got his calf strain. We heard about Hogan get a calf strain as well.
Exactly. So, Bournemouth game. Comes down with calf injury. How long do you reckon he's out for? Have a guess. I think I know the number. 4 weeks. 4 weeks again. But we're hearing 12th of March. 12th of March against Hull, Scotty Hogan will be back in the mix. So you got 12th of March, Scotty Hogan, 15th of March, Troy Deeney.
And then 5th of March for the defenders.
Well,
from a majority of them anyway. I mean, those 2 weeks, we're getting a lot of players back.
It's big, but again, don't hold your breath, because what we keep saying, look at Deeney, one injury after another.
Yeah.
So, and let's not please get any more injuries
no.
for other players, right? Let's just steady the ship. Steady the ship.
Please.
And let's push on now.
Please.
As we said, there's quite a few. But we stay together, we keep right on. And that wraps us up for another video. If you made it this far, thank you. You are the MVP.
Yeah, it means a lot to us. Again, comment, subscribe, like, share. Literally any comment is welcome. If you want to hate on our mugs, it's fine.
Take the piss out of this shirt.
Yeah. Get down in the comments.
It was white, now it's purple.
Yeah, that's funny.
Washed it with blue.
That's funny. Take the piss out of that.
I know, and check this tash out.
Exactly.
It's so funny.
Rip me.
Honestly, Ron Jeremy, yeah? We look like the two Wham boys. Come on.
Wow, okay.
But
a lot of hate now. Maybe do go easy.
I can hear it. Yeah.
The confidence is going down through the floorboards.
I know, mate, I know. We don't need that. But again, thank you so much for making it through to this part of the video. Please check us out on our socials.
Yeah.
Bro over here will link them beautifully for you. Check out our podcast. Again, weekly content, Blues. Yeah. Videos on a Wednesday.
Make sure, you come back next Wednesday. New video every Wednesday, 12 PM GMT.
Exactly. Until next time.
Keep right on.